Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Deccan Archive Explained. Today, we're going to look at another chapter of Deccan's history, one filled with opulence and power and legends, the diamonds of Golconda. Now, what makes these diamonds so special? What made Golconda synonymous world over with wealth and prosperity? Let's find out. Now, let's look at the geography of the region first. The Golconda Diamondiferous region lies between the Godavari and Krishna River basins. Especially rich is the Krishna River basin, which is home to a unique geographical condition called the volcanic kimberlite pipes. Now, these pipes are very rich in carbon, meaning the conditions for formation of diamonds are very favorable. Over the centuries, the Krishna River basin has yielded some of the most famous and highest quality diamonds, often known as first water diamonds. And these are famous as part of crown jewels around the world, otherwise known as the Golconda diamonds. Now, there are a lot of misunderstandings about the Golconda diamond mines. People often think that these mines existed within the fortress of Golconda in Hyderabad city, but on the contrary, these mines existed 200 to 300 kilometers away from the capital of Golconda. These were on the river banks where there were massive gravel and clay pits where there would be a lot of workers, sometimes thousands of workers working, digging deep into the clay alluvial soil and finding hard crude rocks and then sort them out and take the diamonds, send them to the fort of Golconda for them to be processed and cut and then maybe put into jewelry and then sold in the markets within the fort of Golconda. Some of the largest mines in the kingdom of Golconda were the Kure Mines. Now, the Kure sits between the state of Andhra and Telangana by the banks of the Krishna River. This mine worked from the 16th century till the 19th century, and at its peak, it employed up to 60,000 people. Now, the working conditions here were very dangerous. These mines did not have any timber supports, and when it would rain, these mines would collapse, killing thousands of workers in one go. But Kollur was a very significant hub for diamond mining. At one point, Kollur had almost 1 lakh inhabitants, which shows the scale of mining operations going on here. Now, these mines, these clay pits, were owned by the king, meaning the Sultan of Golconda, but was leased to diamond workers and they were leased to traders. These traders would then pay a yearly rent to the king as well as a 2% margin on all sale made. Apart from all of these conditions, the king was also entitled to any diamond which is unearthed beyond the 10 carat size. So, any diamonds that is mined in the Golconda mines or the Kollur mines would be put through a screen, and anything bigger than the size of 10 carats was automatically transferred to the treasury of the king of Golconda. Now, these mines operated until the 19th century and were exhausted eventually. And finally, in the modern period, in the mid 20th century, these became submerged in the backwaters of the Pulichintala project and other projects on the Krishna River basin. So now the location of these mines is not really exactly known, but some infrastructure from the Qutub Shahi period still remains. So, what exactly is the significance of the Golconda diamonds? What sets them apart from other jewels or other diamonds mined from different places in the world? Now, firstly, these were from the only source of diamonds in the world until the 18th century, meaning before 18th century, the only place diamonds were ever found were in the south of India, in the heart of the Deccan, on the Krishna and Godavari river basins. Now, apart from this fact, these diamonds are actually of the highest quality and excellent transparency, meaning each crystal would have, even today, the best clarity and transparency compared to even modern mining, modern mine diamonds. And apart from that, these diamonds traveled across the world and became part of the crown jewels right from the 17th century itself. Some of the most famous diamonds are the Kohinur, the Hope diamond, the Darya-i-Noor in the Iranian crown jewels, the Orlov diamond in the Russian crown jewels, to name a few. Did you know that Golconda is synonymous world over with prosperity and riches? The Oxford Dictionary describes Golconda as a source of great wealth. This also is reflected in the fact that a lot of towns that came up in South America and North America from the 18th century onwards were named Golconda in hope of finding great wealth in these towns. Now, these diamonds and the mines of Golconda are mentioned in numerous popular culture references across novels, including the Arabian Nights, in the Tales of Sinbad the Sailor, and it is also the centerpiece of a lot of plays and a lot of legends. Now let's talk about one of the most famous diamonds in the world, the Kohinur, meaning the mountain of light. Now there is no doubt that this diamond emerged from the Golconda mines. There is, of course, a disagreement between when it was found and when did it end up in the Mughal throne, on the peacock throne of Shah Jahan. But there is no doubt that this emerged from Golconda itself. Now, according to one theory, this diamond was with the Kakatiya kingdom and it was taken over to Delhi by Alauddin Khilji when he attacked Warangal finally in the year 1310. Whereas, on the other hand, there is enough evidence written by historians that the Golconda diamond mines produced Kohinoor somewhere in the period of Abdullah Qutub Shah, meaning between 1630s to 1650s, where this diamond was produced and brought to Golconda and then was finally handed over to the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan by his son Aurangzeb as part of the Treaty of Golconda in the year 1656. Now, either of these theories are popular and either of them could be true. But finally, we know the trajectory of the Kohinoor traveling from Hyderabad, from Golconda to Delhi into the Mughal throne, and then finally to the throne of Afghanistan in the Durrani Empire, then to the Sikh Empire in Lahore, and then finally to its final place, the British Empire in London. Now, while it was in Golconda, the diamonds were uncut because here the Qutub Shah believed that the rough diamonds were more prettier than European cut diamonds. So the diamond here was left uncut, whereas finally in 1850s when it went to London, there was a great exhibition where the Kohinoor was on display before finally being cut. But we have evidence of how the Kohinoor looked like before it was cut. Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, when he traveled to India and he made voyages to Golconda roughly 6 times, he saw the diamond in the Mughal coffers and he drew the exact shape and size of the Kohinoor diamond when it was whole. Now, a significant part of the original diamond has been lost while it was fit in the British crown, but we still have an idea of how this diamond looked like originally. Now, the name Kohinoor did not really exist in the Qutub Shahi period. It was just the massive diamond. We don't know what it was called by Abdullah Qutub Shah or the Qutub Shahid or Aurangzeb himself. It was only until Nadir Shah, who had come to Delhi to sack Delhi, that he first took the diamond from Muhammad Shah and called it Kohinoor, meaning mountain of light. And that is how we get the name of one of the most famous diamonds in the world. Apart from this, you have something called the Hope diamond. And along with these diamonds, we have some curses associated, meaning the Hope diamond does not really favor its wearer if it is a man. And apparently so is the condition with the Kohinoor diamonds. But we will not get into that in this video. With great wealth comes great power, and then power attracts envy. The Qutub Shahi Empire became one of the wealthiest empires within the Indian subcontinent thanks to its diamond trade and its immense wealth gathered from other trade that was happening within the walls of the city. Now, this attracted the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, who finally conquered Golconda in the year 1687, and then finally the diamond industry in Golconda started seeing a decline. Now, the yield of diamonds had diminished because over the period of almost 200 years, the diamonds had been exploited, exhausted in the mines, and eventually were depleting. And this also coincided with a lot of volatility in the political stability of the Deccan, and eventually led to the collapse of the Mughal Empire. And then, when the Nizams of Hyderabad took over in the year 1724, the diamond mines were already quite depleted. So this ended the diamond trade in the Deccan and in Golconda, and it moved to other places like South Africa and Brazil, where diamond mines were discovered in the 18th century. Now, even today, Golconda diamonds are renowned world over and sell for millions of dollars for their clarity and quality. But if you want to see a Golconda diamond in Hyderabad, you can go to the Purani Haveli Museum in the Nizam's Museum, and you can see the walking sticks which are embedded with the Golconda diamonds, although very tiny, but they're still from Golconda. So that is it from us today. Hope to see you on the next video.